What up, 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 world? It's your boy Bionic.
And Ray.
And we're here with another episode of A-440 Radio. Here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community and the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. And you know what time it is. Y'all gotta go on ayleemusic.com. A period space, Y period space, LEE on all your streaming sites, you know what I'm saying? Listen to that music. The music is fire. You'll hear 2 tracks from some joints later on in the show, you know what I'm saying? Listen. You ain't got to take my word for it. Listen, put a friend on, and tell them to put another friend on and all that other good stuff. And of course, as always, we have to shout out our sponsors. Arcade of Thrones, where they offer a unique vibe for the perfect social gaming experience. 399 Hubert Street in Raleigh. For more details, call 984-200-4419, or you can email them at arcadeofthrones@gmail.com. Make sure to follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Arcade of Thrones, and their website, arcadeofthrones.com. And back to health, Chiropractic Medical Center, serving the Triangle for over 20 years with chiropractic, functional nutrition, and DOT exams. 2 locations to serve you: 6224 Fayetteville Road, Suite 106B in Durham, and 1708 Traywick Road, Suite 205 in Raleigh. To book your appointment, because you got to do that, make sure to call 919-544-8881. Now that all the particulars are
all the particulars. So are we going to tell them what we're talking about?
Probably not. We just go talk.
We're just going to talk?
Nah. We are talking about genre benders.
Genre benders.
Genre benders. You know, a few episodes ago, we talked about labels.
Yep.
No, titles. Not
Yes.
labels, titles.
Yes.
Titles, labels, same thing. Just one pertains to people and one pertains to things.
Okay.
And what brought on this topic
is
this Lil Nas X Old Country Road song, right? So people been jamming this thing for a long time. And it was on the country music Billboard charts.
Yep.
And then they took it off the country music Billboard charts because they said it wasn't country enough. Now, of course, people want to say race played a part and all this other stuff. But it wasn't country enough. Now, most of my listeners probably don't partake in country music.
Okay.
I partake in a little bit of country music here and there.
Okay.
Because we've said it before.
Yes.
On Fridays, when all the new music comes out,
that's where you are.
I just throw it all on my queue and I hit play. So some country joints will come up. Some indie rock joints will come up. Some Hispanic joints will come up. I was jamming some mean Hispanic joint. I forget the artist's name, man. That joint was mean as a mug. But anyway, hey, look, I listen to a lot of different stuff. And to be honest, a lot of the country music that's out right now doesn't even sound like country. There's a video on YouTube. Okay.
We're going to talk about it? It's from GMA.
I can't remember exactly what the name of it is, but it's something like "This Sound is Killing Country Music." Okay. I think that's what it's called. Okay. I don't know the author, the page owner, or anything like that. The video might be like 7-10 minutes long. Okay. And this guy's talking about country music is dying because of this. And he shows a bunch of examples. And basically the reference of what's dying is because of basically finger snaps, hand claps. I don't want to say 808s, but you know, that type of thing. And a lot of those songs that were examples, I've heard and I had no idea were country songs. But apparently they're country songs. I thought they were just regular pop songs, right? Okay. what defines a country song? Like they said, Lil Nas X joint ain't country enough.
Right.
It's got guitars.
Right.
Now, granted, you have acoustic guitars, you have, steel guitars, you have jazz guitars, you have, heavy metal guitar, whatever.
Okay.
Bottom line is again, we're talking about genre benders. Like,
right.
One of the things I've always hated as an artist,
right,
is being put in a box. Having to fit in a particular area.
Okay.
And that's basically, I understand why it has to be done, but again, like Lil Nas X is a rapper. Okay, fine. He did a country song, but you don't want to call it country. Why not? Yet these country artists are doing pop records, and they're on the pop charts, and they're on the country charts.
Right.
And they're on the country pop charts. What was it, 2000 something when Beyonce?
That was 2016.
Beyonce had a country record. The Grammys didn't want to recognize it.
We gonna talk about that?
I mean, this is all part of the thing.
So the name of the song was called Daddy Lessons.
Okay.
She recorded it for her album Lemonade. But then the Dixie Chicks, who are a known country act, featured on it. And then they sang it publicly a couple of times. And then what happened was at the Grammys, the country committee of the Grammys decided not to place it up for a Grammy in the country category. And so some people were kind of outraged about that.
As they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
mm-hmm.
I mean, again, what defines what?
Right.
Let's go back to 96-ish,
okay.
I think, when Eminem first came out. With the very first album, I think that was the Marshall Mathers LP, or
wasn't it? I think.
I don't remember. No, that was Slim Shady. So the first album I think was Slim Shady.
Okay.
Where was that album in the store? Because it's back when people still bought CDs now.
Right.
Do you know where that album was in the store?
No.
It was in the alternative section.
Because people didn't know where to place them.
And he was a rapper.
But
it wasn't in the rap section. It was an alternative back then was alternative rock.
Right.
There's nothing rock about that first Eminem album.
Yeah, his face.
Like.
His face was rock.
So, again, like.
I'm just saying.
Again, like, I understand why these. Like, I hate it. Like, it's just one of those things of, like, we so much want to pigeonhole people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We want to pigeonhole people because it makes us feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like.
But it also helps you know your lane, too, doesn't it?
But what if you don't have a lane?
Okay, and I
like for example,
that part I get.
With A.Y. Lee, right?
Right.
A.Y. Lee has done contemporary.
Everything.
Has done Miami bass.
Right.
Has done house records.
Yeah.
Has done rock records.
The West Coast.
West Coast vibe joints, rap records,
ballads.
Soul ballads.
Right.
Like everything.
Right.
So when it comes time to promote that album,
right.
How do you promote it? Who do you promote it to? Who, what genre does it fit in?
It doesn't.
But then how do you sell the album?
I think it's still marketable.
But I'm saying
you have to get creative with the marketing. I mean,
but again, therein lies the rub. Right. Because again, like I said, like Eminem was an alternative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just so happened he had the huge hit with How My Name Is, so people still were able to find and get his stuff. Mm-hmm. And then it wound up transitioning over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Erykah Badu's first album, Baduism, was in the R&B category.
Well, okay, but she kind of started helping to make and mold the lane of neo soul with that.
I mean, her and D'Angelo are the godfather and godmother of neo soul.
I kind of agree with that.
But the thing is she was R&B. Now,
because there was no place else to put her.
They could have put her in jazz.
That was Baduizm was not jazz.
I mean, and Marshall Mathers was not freaking alternative either.
I agree.
So again, it's like, okay, well, you know what? We're gonna put a pin in this.
Let's put a pin.
We're gonna come back.
We're gonna talk about
what are we gonna talk about when we come back? I don't know. We're still venting.
We're still venting. Are we gonna talk about specifics about your rant about how we started with where we started with?
I mean, it's all about, like I said, it's about genre bending.
Old Town Road.
I mean, Old Town Road was the catalyst.
It's a catalyst. Okay.
So it's genre bending. So we'll get back to that. Okay. And, you know, you are now tuned in, or been tuned in, to WDRB Media, the voice of the community. And we'll be right back.
A-440.
A-440 Radio.
Let me see where your knowledge is. Love a little ratchet, blend it in for some variety. Combine with the tribe to thrive, yeah, that's fine with me. Eyes capture the light just right. That's why she's out here shining tonight. Her smile can melt the coldest heart. She ain't done nothing but be, and she's already left for more. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. Playing games. For me to tell you, girl, I'm tired of playing games. Tired of playing games. Tired of playing games. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. Felt it was time for me to tell you. She likes me as I am, yet still wants me to be better. Be the standout type, like typing capital letters. Cheddar don't matter, we'll accumulate together. And if a chick gets out of pocket, she won't hesitate to check that. She's a prototype. I just pray that I can get it right. Keep it that way. Ain't got no time to play. Not trying to miss the ship. Trying to pop champagne and take a sip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. Playing games. Playing games. I'm tired of playing games. Oh, oh, oh. Felt it was time for me to tell you. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. Look at the sun. Tired of playing these games. Tired of playing these games, yeah. Felt it was time for me to tell you. So, based on our conversations, I've realized we both dealt with enough fools that we can't be fooled anymore. Your intuition's at an all-time high. My tolerance for taking BS is low. It's like we both deserve way more than what's being given to us, but somehow we keep accepting anything. I think you're worth more, and I know I'm worth more. We should be treated as such. Is that asking for too much? I don't think so. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. I'm tired. Playing games. Playing these games. Playing these. Felt it was time for me to tell you. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. Playing games. Playing games. Girl, I'm tired of playing games. Felt it was time for me to tell you.
And welcome back to WDRB Media, the voice of the community, and to those streaming live through the free TuneIn radio app and through iHeartRadio. You're listening to the A440 Radio Show. I am Bionic.
And I am Ray.
And make sure to check out AY Lee.
Go check them out.
Music.com.
Right.
That song you just heard, that was AY Lee.
Yeah.
Our topic for today, we were talking about genre bending stuff.
Right.
Well, I don't even know how that would be classified.
If you need some examples,
yeah, go to
listen
and for my
AY Lee.
streaming folk,
right.
A.space Go in there, find the albums, find the singles, find the EPs, all that stuff.
All of it.
You know what I'm saying? There's a new project getting ready to drop. Stay tuned for that. We'll have more details on that stuff for you. But yeah, man, like.
So we were talking about genre bending before we went to break. You were talking about the catalyst of it being the Old Town Road song.
Right.
And then we talked a little bit about Beyonce, and there was some controversy back in 2016 when she did that track with Dixie Chicks, Daddy Lessons. So that's where we started. Well, that's where we started and ended with the first section. Where do you want to take this now?
I really don't know, because the thing is like, this has always been something that is frustrating.
Okay, so let me do this. Because I'm hearing your frustrations as, you know, someone who works with A.Y. Lee, who's an artist, who is a genre bender, right?
Right.
My question is, do you think that it was about race?
In all honesty?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I think it was more so because if you listen to the song,
Okay.
it sounds like a parody of sorts.
A parody?
Yes.
So
Because he has a fake accent. He
Right.
doesn't really rap like sound like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he has a fake accent,
Right.
and he's talking about a bunch of stereotypical stuff.
Okay.
And in all honesty,
Okay.
if a white dude did that, or like did a West Coast song, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
and did that,
Right.
but was dead serious,
Right.
we'd be upset.
But he, as an artist, spoke out about that. He specifically said
No,
that
he said he took, he
said
took his
that-
time and crafted
that
it,
it was crafted that
Right.
way. So
but they don't know that. And again, I'm not saying it's a parody. I said at first listen, it sounds like it.
okay.
And so I can understand why people would say, no, Now, my thing is this. I don't agree with them taking it off the charts.
Right.
Because it's like it's already there. Like,
Right.
quote unquote, the damage has been done. It's already there, dude.
So
When Grammy season comes around and Billboard Awards, all that other stuff, now, whatever, but it's already on the charts. Why are you going to take it down?
And I think that's probably where I have the most outrage about, this is, I went back and of course did some research, and it was released on the boards on March 16th, okay? It debuted at the 19th spot. They waited until days later, weeks later at this point, to take it down. So they waited until it climbed up to 15, and then all of a sudden it got to number 1 based off of an endorsement and a boost from an influencer named Justin Bieber. Episode 7 coming back.
I mean, and Justin Bieber is a genre bender himself.
Facts.
I mean,
I can give you that. I don't
Yeah,
really
I'm
like him
saying
like that, but I can agree with that statement. But then they waited until it went all the way to 1 and it was already sitting on the boards. Like, it didn't get released, and then like the next day or 2 or 3, then it was taken down. They waited until it did some movement,
Right.
and then took it down.
that's some hot babbage right there.
That's my issue, and to me the only reason why it did happen was because, well, I'm not gonna get into that.
I mean, again,
I
like-
think it has racial undertones in it.
I mean, we can throw that out there, and I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again,
And then I get that every genre has, within those genres, even though there are people who blend those lines all the time, that even within genres there are traditionalists who are saying, there's a very traditional formula for how this sound has to be, right? And I get that.
But the problem is like I said, the traditional country sound ain't. You know what's crazy? What's his name? Kane Brown, something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, black dude, country charts,
Right.
number 1.
Right.
Like, killing it. And there's another black country singer killing it. They're more traditional than a lot of the other people. And I mean, they're successful as well.
Right.
But they're more traditional
In terms of country
as far
formula.
as sound
Right.
than a lot of their counterparts. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just crazy that it's like, okay, traditionalists, like we see that in rap music.
Mm-hmm.
We have the traditionalists from boom bap, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
And rap has gone into a genre bending thing because everybody's singing. Thus, it's
I don't think it's gone into a genre bending thing.
everybody is singing.
I think it's gone into a genre elimination thing.
I mean,
the way that we label hip hop versus rap versus R&B versus like I haven't subscribed.
It bent so much that it's in a circle now. Basically,
I haven't subscribed to a lot of what widespread musical terms or whatever. I haven't agreed with those things in a very long time.
I mean, but again, like I said, it was the bend. It was a genre bend that wound up becoming a complete circle.
I don't think it was
to where you have.
I think there was an integrity that was missing. There was people who were coming out and saying, "What you blah, 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 blah," and that's hip hop. No, that's not hip hop.
No.
That's never been hip hop.
Really? Bum stickety bum, huh? I got to run pa pa bum so I can feed fire your phone.
Don't do that. You just hurt my heart.
I'm hyping the Pinocchio's nose. I got
a
super
right.
So nah, miss me with that.
But that's not.
No, don't give me that. That's not. What I'm saying is. What I'm saying is that ultimately,
right?
It started. I ain't gonna say it started. I mean, Bone Thugs bent it. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
Then, after Bone Thugs, some years had passed.
You even have some icons that bent it, and I get
right.
that.
But then years passed, and then it was Ja Rule, and then 50 dogged Ja Rule.
And they've never.
Then 50 did the exact same thing, but just kept it hood.
But they know hood does not equal hip hop.
I got you, but Ja Rule was singing love songs, and
that was never hip hop.
And 50 was doing. But what was it?
No, but 50 wasn't hip hop either. That was
50
rap.
was hip hop. I mean,
that was rap.
Essentially, they are different. But
what do you mean? Essentially, they are different.
They are different, but not in a genre category. It's hip hop / rap. It's one category.
And then I thought it was hip hop / R&B, which is a whole other.
No, it's hip hop / rap, then R&B / soul. Like that's the jacked up thing about it. So it's like, yo, man, like, and like I said, like I've always had issues with the labeling of certain things,
right?
But I understand that it has to fit. Because somebody has to put it in a box and it has to fit something. But the problem is look, some people are more than one thing.
Always.
You feel what I'm saying?
Always.
So ultimately, when they hit that realm
right.
of something else, let them be that something else and treat it the same. So if Lil Nas X does a country song, he does country. Snoop Dogg did a freaking reggae album, it was a reggae album. Snoop Dogg did a gospel album, it was a gospel album.
Okay.
A.Y. Lee did a rock song, it is a rock song. When Lil Wayne did a rock song, it was a rock song. Keep it where it's at. Like that, we can do multiple things as artists.
And I agree about that. I just think that there is a component missing of racial undertones because just like what happened last year with Get Out and how all of a sudden that was put into a comedy just because it had comedic features just to take it out of the running, you know, for being up against other films. Like there was no way it was going to win as a comedy because it wasn't a comedy.
Right.
So I think that we can say all this great, you know, don't genre bend, etc. But I think there has to be something that's said about the microaggressions that are underlying all of this.
Well, like I said, I'm just saying, and bump all these microaggressions, I'm saying.
But you can't bump the microaggressions
no,
because
what
they're
I'm
put
saying
there
is
to also keep and prevent an artist from flourishing.
I got you, and that's why I'm saying,
like,
stop that.
Right.
Let it be what it is. Let it stand where it's at. That's essentially what I'm saying.
I mean, you're telling someone to stop racism. That's not gonna work.
But that's all we got for today. And make sure to check us out on Instagram, A440.radio. Make sure to check out the YouTube, Bionic A440 for the past shows so you can, catch up on what we been talking about and things. And always remember,
Always.
life is too short. Say what you mean what you say, learn who you are, be confident in what you want. Stop wasting folks' time. Give people a choice and move accordingly. And we out.
We out.